switch on Copilots in Dynamics 365 Sales. It is fairly easy, and of course customizing and doing some small setup of them which is available, it's again not complicated job. By today's with latest updates, the most of the Copilots are already pre-enabled, so you can find them as standard thing in the Dynamics 365 Sales. But if you cannot see it, it is really easy to enable them and to play around with them. So, first of all, you have to go in a menu and go to the app settings. When you are in the app settings, you will see in general settings Copilot. And when it is open, the first thing you will see is all app setup. Of course, you have possibility to go to the individual apps and to set up it by your requirements. But let's set up in all apps. If you want, you can turn it off, turn it on, or make it just default as a custom value. If you want, turn it on. And what I'm suggesting, if you're specifically on CDX environment or trial environment, is enable new and preview features. After setting this up, click Save. After saving these changes, you will see that Copilots are available for opportunities, leads and accounts, and knowledge sources. If we, for example, select opportunities, you will have possibility to set up the summarization which system provides you by default. So for example, let's go faster to sales, let's go to the opportunities, and let's select one of the opportunity which we have in the system. So now let's select, for example, this one. And you will see that now Copilot, after a couple of seconds, will do automatic summarization of this opportunity. So now he is getting opportunity info, he is loading, and you will get some important information or even more details. But if we go back to the app settings and again to the Copilot and opportunity, you will have possibility to customize these things which you're seeing. So you can maybe turn on, turn off, remove some of the things, or also, of course, add some extra fields. So you have access to every single possible field here, and you can add them. For example, if we add accounts, click Add, here they are. If you select them, you can see you can customize related info. So basically, you can select what related infos you can show in this opportunity. Of course, this is not all of the stuff which you can do. If you go to show opportunity summary as widget in a form, you can enable this also. So just click on here and enable it. But if you see here, we have recent changes. What this means? Full auditing process, if it is turned on, you can use it for the Copilot. So there is nice yellow box where you can easily just click on turn on auditing. And from here, now you will see that we are getting possibility to access recent changes just when it is loaded. And now, when it is loaded, when you click recent changes, of course, you have first to save it if you have some changes. You can see now that you can ask your Copilot what was recent changes, and he will show you over these fields which are exposed. Of course, you have possibility to add extra fields. And he will take a look on all auditing, and this is really useful if you want to track what was happening with the records. Of course, this is not only for the opportunity. This is not only for the opportunities. You can go to leads, for example. Also, when you enabled the auditing, you have the same things for the leads. You can do adding and setting up the customization of the related infos, adding fields. The same thing is for the accounts and also for the knowledge source. If you have SharePoint location, you can configure it and connect it so that you have access to the knowledge sources. So basically this is what is there out of the box without any single line of code. without any hard setup. This is available in every single Dynamics 365 Sales Enterprise license. So if you have not turned on Copilots yet, turn them on. They're quite useful because you're getting this general Copilot where it's going to be available after now we have enabled it. You're going to see one general Copilot here where you can start chatting about all of the stuff previously. So from the leads, opportunities, and accounts, you can ask some things like, for example, show my pipeline. He will only present not some recent and some of the opportunities. He will also present some pipelines, so sales funnel, deal tracker. He has possibility of presenting some real stuff from the dashboards. Of course, if you ask to summarize some of these only by clicking, he's all doing in one page, so the full communication is available. Of course, you can prompt it, so you do not have to go with the suggested prompts. You can ask him some stuff, so please try it. It is really helpful and it is really interesting thing to see. So stay around and see you in the another video.